Good evening. This is CTV News for Thursday, August 18th. I'm Denise Douglas.
And I'm Rochelle Metzger. Thank you for joining us. We begin tonight with the latest on a disturbing story we first brought you yesterday. Prince George's school officials say Head Start programs will open on time as planned, despite losing more than $6 million in federal funding over revelations of alleged child abuse and poor teacher training. The county's public school system and Board of Education received word earlier this week that the grant was terminated for failure to timely correct deficiencies. This after an investigation found that children were allegedly being emotionally and physically mistreated. In one case, a teacher used corporal punishment as discipline. Officials say the instructors involved are no longer in classrooms.
The most recent cases, there are a number of people who are still under investigation for what went on. And when we have a determination on what that should be, and my personal opinion is that, as I just said, they should not work for us any longer, then we will take those appropriate actions. There's a process that we have to follow, fact-finding that we have to get.
The Board of Education will evaluate all options over the coming weeks and months to ensure Head Start's continued and more effective operation.
Prince George's Head Start program served 932 children. County Executive Rashawn Baker released a statement expressing his anger and disappointment. He says that he has assigned members of his senior staff to work with the school system to resolve the issues and restore funding. Well, it's been almost 3 weeks since that devastating flood in Ellicott City. For the next 5 days, business owners are being allowed back in to clean up before the entire area is temporarily closed off. CTV Sunil Srivastava has the story.
Well, it's hard. I mean, it's stressful.
David Reyes is one of the many business owners who was hit hard by the flash flood almost 3 weeks ago. Today, he and his fellow counterparts started the long cleanup process here in Ellicott City.
You know, cleaning up is okay. I'm happy to clean up and do hard work. It's when the cleanup is over and we're just waiting that's the hardest part.
Now, all of the cleanup supplies that you see back there in this trailer have been generous donations from residents here in Howard County and some of the surrounding counties as well. And we've been told that business owners started arriving early this morning, and they're being transported by these ATV type vehicles that you see here, and they're being taken to the site on these.
We are handing out cleaning supplies, cleanup supplies to both merchants and residents, things like brooms, mops, bleach.
I got buckets to shovel. I'm going to shovel out the mud. There's a lot of mud in the back room, sewage probably, whatever.
Property owners and residents are being allowed in the area for the next 5 days. This will give them time to move out of their buildings, pack, and clean. Officials will then close Main Street for 3 weeks so utility crews can work. It will then reopen on September the 16th. The devastating flood has prompted state officials to approve $2.5 million in funding, and another $2.5 million could come from Maryland's Catastrophic Event Fund.
It's not just going in there and cleaning up and doing hard work. It's also going home when it's over and, you know, being stressed out and bored, and you know, I want to be busy and go back to work.
More than 6 inches of rain fell within a short period of time. Reyes and others know it will be a long time to get the city back to what it was, but they are grateful to be alive. In Ellicott City, Sonia Srivastava for CTV News.
Again, we want to mention that Main Street will be closed to pedestrians for 3 weeks and will reopen on September 16th after the cleanup and repair work is complete.
As the search for a cause of the tragedy at the Flower Branch apartment continues, the National Transportation Safety Board has taken a lead. Though best known for investigations of airplane and train crashes, the agency also has a pipeline division. The leading theory is that a natural gas line caused the fire and explosion. 7 people were killed in the incident, more than 30 injured, and 100 displaced. You probably felt and saw the storm as it blew through last night. Unfortunately, it left a lot of damage. Take a look at this area along Enterprise Road in Mitchellville. The rain and wind took down a few trees, branches, and leaves. Meanwhile, the Enterprise and Paint Branch golf courses are also closed for cleanup. Similarly, they are cleaning things up at Watkins Park, so the train ride will not run today. Also at the Fairland Sports and Aquatics Complex in Laurel, the aquatic side is closed while crews restart pumps and circulate the water.
And speaking of cleanup, a broken sewer main sends more than 10,000 gallons of raw sewage cascading into a creek in the Northeast Branch. The overflow is in the median of the Baltimore-Washington Parkway between routes 410 and 450. WSSC says it started just after 1 yesterday afternoon and that the untreated spillover continues. The water company says they are working on the problem and that drinking water has not been affected.
Police are looking for whoever hit a woman and fled the scene, leaving her in critical condition. The accident happened along Indian Head Highway in the Oxon Hill area about 4 in the morning on Thursday. Officers responding to the scene found the victim in critical condition. She has been taken to a hospital. Anyone with information on the incident is asked to call Prince George's Police. You're watching CTV News. I'm Denise Douglas.
And I'm Rochelle Metzger.